Hi everybody, this is Boog S Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the brand new Neca Assassin's Creed Revelations Ezio Auditore figure. So before we take a look at Ezio, let's go ahead and take a look at all of the accessories that he comes with. So first up, he comes with a set of fisted hands. Up next, he comes with a set of open hands. And these are actually really detailed, like the lines on his palms and stuff. That's sculpted really well. Up next, he comes with his hook blade and regular blade attachments for his gauntlets right there. You can actually slide them out like that. And I think that looks really cool. I'm really happy with how those look. They are a bit thin though. They feel a little fragile. So definitely be careful when you're putting these in, because they're a little bit tricky to get in, but once you get them in, they stay in. Up next, he comes with his crossbow holding hand and crossbow. And this crossbow is detailed very nicely. The bright silver painted over top of the brown there, it looks really nice. You get some nice gold paint on the top with a little bit of a black wash. That looks really good. I do wish this hand would have been on a hinge though, up and down. You just get your regular swivel. I think it would have been good if he could have aimed it down just like that. Another complaint is you can't actually store it on his back. I wish there was a peg or something that you could peg this into, but there's nothing. So you can't put it right there. That would have been really cool if you could have done that. Up next, he comes with his accessory holding hands. The right hand can hold his sword and dagger, but this left hand can't. On the promo pictures for the figure, the left hand is gripping the sword, but you can't get it because it's a really open hand. So let's just go ahead and try to show what that looks like. So he was holding it like that, but it just falls out, so that is a bit unfortunate. Up next, he comes with his sword. And this is sculpted really nicely. You get a really nice pattern sculpted to the blade there, and the wood grain on the handle looks very nice. You can also store it on that belt loop right there on the left side. I think that's very cool. And finally, he comes with his dagger. This is a very thin accessory, so I didn't think this gripping hand would actually hold it, but it holds it very well. You can turn it upside down and shake it, and it won't fall out. So that shows you what good grip he has on it. So that's pretty cool. And you can store the knife on the sheath on the right side of his belt right there. As you can see, it sticks up just a little bit. It doesn't go down all the way. So I definitely wouldn't force that because it is kind of a thin accessory. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt. Neca did a very awesome job on this head sculpt. All of the details came out very nicely. I do believe they're actually painted on with solid paint instead of print tech. I'm used to seeing print tech on all Neca figures now. But yeah, this one does not have that. I'm pretty sure it's all solid paint. The beard is sculpted really nicely, and I'm pretty sure it's solid paint as well. So that's kind of odd. This is a brand new figure, but it doesn't use any print tech. But other than that, the head sculpt looks nice. The hood is sculpted really nicely. You get some nice intricate details right here with some really nice clean silver paint on them. That looks very nice. I love the texturing on the straps and the shoulder pieces right here. The sculpted leather texturing looks really good, as well as the intricate pattern on the metal pieces here with the silver. That looks really awesome. Even the pattern here on his shirt looks really nice. All of that is painted very nicely. So is the fur. The fur is actually sculpted in dark gray and has this kind of grayish collar painted over top of it. That looks really good. It gives it some variation there. That looks incredible. Even though this is a re-release, he still has single-jointed elbows. I'm not super familiar with the original release, so I'm not sure what entirely has changed on this figure, but it would have been really nice if they would have given us double-jointed elbows, because these single-jointed elbows are severely hindered. Another weird thing is on the back, you can see screws here. And I've never seen a Neca figure use screws like this, but on each side here of the joint, there's screws, and that's pretty ugly. If you scoot the little strap right there, you can hide that, but this one you can't hide. That one is very noticeable, especially if you're looking at it from the back here. The wrapping that goes around his waist is done in a nice red color and has a nice black wash over top of it, bringing the details out very nicely. These gauntlets have some very intricate sculpt detailing. Neca did a very awesome job at the sculpt detail on this. Even his tunic has some texturing to it, and the silver trim is painted really nicely. That looks very awesome. And this one has ball-jointed hips. I'm pretty sure the original did not. I also think the original just had swivel ankles. I don't think he had an ankle rocker. So that might be the main differences. I definitely wish we could have got some different elbow joints though. And he has some excellent texturing on his boots here. I feel like the silver paint didn't come out quite as clean because you can see some of the brown coming through. It almost looks like rust. But yeah, other than that, this is painted and sculpted very nicely. So now let's go ahead and go over his articulation. He has a ball-jointed head that can look up just a little bit. He can't really look down at all. He can move his head side to side very nicely. He has shoulders that can move all the way out. He has butterfly joints that can move back and forth. He has a swivel at the bicep. It's very tight. It doesn't want to move. And as you can see, I scuffed it up just a little bit by doing that. So I definitely wish there would have been some more clearance right here. I wish the arms from here up would have gotten reworked. Double jointed elbows and reworked butterfly joints and shoulders would have been really nice. He has single jointed elbows that can only bend in that far. They do move side to side, but they barely bend in at all. On all of the hands, he has a swivel wrist that can move side to side and up and down very nicely, though if you have the blades on his wrists, you might break them, so definitely be careful of that. He has an ab crunch that can move back all the way. He can move forward all the way, surprisingly. He has a waist swivel that can move side to side. He has ball-jointed hips that can move out that far. Let's go ahead and take this sword out. He can actually kick forward as far as his legs will go, so that did surprise me. This is a nice pliable material, so it's not hindered, so you can actually get all of the articulation out of his hips up here. He can kick back all the way. Double jointed knees that can bend back all the way. As you can see, this is very pliable material and doesn't even hinder that. He has swivel at the boot. It's a little squeaky. He has swivel ankles that can move down all the way, up all the way, a nice ankle rocker, and toe articulation that can move up all the way. And one thing I did forget to mention is the pins right here and the joint are done in black. I definitely wish they would have been done in brown, or at least painted brown, because those black pins are noticeable. Because of the way the foot is sculpted right here, you really don't see that joint unless you're looking at it from the back. But yeah, I do wish those would have been painted, or at least cast in a different color. So now, let's do a size comparison. So for the only size comparison, here he is next to the only other Assassin's Creed figure I have. I believe it was the Toys R Us exclusive hood down Ezio figure. As you can see, I kind of just have him leaning against my diorama because he doesn't have ankle rockers, he just has swivel ankles, and they are really loose. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting the new version of this one. I believe the new version comes with the hood up head sculpt and the hood down. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to get that one at some point. So overall, I would highly recommend picking this up because Neca did a really good job on this. I missed out on most of the original Assassin's Creed line, so I'm really happy that Neca decided to re-release these. I feel like the reveal kind of came out of left field, but I'm not complaining. As I said, I really wanted this figure, and for one reason or another, never got around to getting it. I do wish that Neca would have updated the arms, though. I think from the gauntlets down it's fine, but I definitely think it needed double-jointed elbows, and the shoulders and butterfly joints needed reworked just a little bit. But other than that, I think this is a pretty cool figure, and would definitely recommend picking it up, especially if you don't have the original. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.